I ain't gonna look up the stats. He ain't worth the time, but we gotta talk about Nico Iamaleava. And the craziest part is that wasn't even the first spit this weekend.
Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die when the world ends. It's alright every time we fucking break a sin.
Welcome. And for the first time ever, welcome back to Nowadays in College Football, Episode 2. I'm your host, Carver Partin, published on Sports Illustrated by Brooks Austin over at the Film Guy Network. Y'all go check out his work. His football coverage is championship level. I love talking championship level college football. I love watching it, I love studying it, and I love telling you how I'm going to be right, and I love telling you when I was wrong. Welcome to Episode 2, The Ripple Effect. Now, I can't think of a better place to start off covering weekend number 2 of college football than with, I think, the biggest headline coming out of the weekend. Florida Gators, do you like apples? 11 penalties cost you 103 yards. 3 red zone drives amounted to 0 points. Unranked USF Bulls roll to the swamp and beat the playoff hopeful Florida Gators. How do you like them apples? Now, this is a championship level show. We talk about championship level football, and that implies that we talk about the winners first. Let's get right into it. USF Bulls beat the Florida Gators 18-16. Now, the USF Bulls were paid $500,000. That's right, $500,000, $500,000 to come to the swamp and lose. Well, evidently, they did not get the memo. USF is now 2-0 versus ranked teams this season, 2-0 on the season. They beat, at the time, number 25, Boise State. They have just now beat, at the time, oh God, I don't even remember what it was. Florida is now unranked. USF moves up to 18. Criminally underrated in my opinion. Florida is 1-1. USF is 2-0. USF is looking like America's team. For the non-Power 4 entry into the college football playoffs, it's looking beautiful for them over in South Florida. Now, all Saturday, I'm getting texts. USF quarterback looks like a Heisman player. Byron Brown, USF quarterback, looks like Cam Newton. Billy Napier at Florida, you let Byron Brown at USF look at my phone notifications with Cam Newton in the same sentence. That is absolutely hot seat worthy in my opinion. You have a Heisman contender potential quarterback on your roster. You have absolutely a playoff hopeful season that has now gone down the toilet because you still have the number 1 strength of schedule out there. You got to go to LSU this week. You got Georgia. Let's get into all that later. But Florida, you're cooked. Billy Napier, it's not happened yet, but you're cooked. Florida's continuously disappointing defense allowed almost choked. 263 yards through the air, 128 yards on the ground, almost 400 yards of total offense, and they didn't even give up 20 points and still lost. What kind of Heisman hopeful offense can't beat a team at home that only scored 18 points? Florida, you are in trouble. You're in serious trouble. Let's go through your drive chart from this game. Field goal, punt, interception, punt, safety. Backed it up with a touchdown. DJ Lagway to the crib. Punt, ball game. 18-16. USF takes it home. You end up letting them score the kill shot field goal because one of your players spit on a USF player. And the craziest part is that wasn't even the first spit this weekend. What is going on in college football? I think the headline and the takeaway from this game is the ifs turn to the uh-ohs. The uh-ohs turn to the oh-nos. And the oh-nos turn to gator bites. Bulls get the win, belt to ass, a criminally underappreciated spot at number 18 in the ever-crumbling AP poll. Now, if you've been watching college football for any reasonable amount of time, you understand why I might urge you to please pardon my French, because if I let some language slip right here, I ain't seen a hawk of horse crap like this in all my life. Now, we got to talk about the AP poll. If you don't know what the AP poll is, it is the top 25 rankings week to week of college football. Now, 62 people are given the right to vote on this ranking week after week, of which their credentials could be they played college football till they won a Heisman Trophy, or they appeared with the Aflac Goose in 2006. It don't matter apparently, because all you got to do is cover the sport and you get a vote. But I cover the sport and I don't get a vote, and I think we got the best running talk show on the internet, so something's got to change. Let's go into one of these voters, Haley Sawyer. Who is Haley Sawyer? I don't know either. But she went on a podcast last weekend, this past weekend, post Florida loss, to talk about how Florida was then voted by her to raise 2 spots in the rankings and USF to remain unranked. Now, we just giving it to everybody, ain't we? We just giving the power to everybody. I know we got intruders in this sport, but we got 2 things in common, Haley Sawyer. We cover college football, and neither of us played it. But there's a difference when you watch a game like that, and then you just willingly throw your power into the wind to just FS up for this sport. Now, you're the second intruder in this sport, Taylor Swift, but you may be the songbird of your generation, but I'm the junkyard dog of mine, and that bullcrap ain't gonna fly in this sport. Now, just because we've had this wake of a ripple effect from the destruction of NIL and the destruction of the Power 5 and how the transfer portal is willy-nilly and free balling all the time, we can't just be giving votes to anybody and their mama to vote on the top 25. Because when the college football playoff committee comes in, I don't know, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and they have to make a top 12 out of a top 12 voted on by people that don't even know what the hell is going on in this sport, we're screwed. We're cooked now. We're cooked. And this is nowadays in college football. This is the problem. So Haley Simon, what's her name? Haley Sawyer, you have just waltzed your way in to the number 1 spot in the Booty Hell Power Index rankings because you don't know what you're talking about, but you're acting like you do. Give up the keys. You can't drive. Now with our final segment, our last segment, we're going to keep it short. I ain't going to look up the stats. He ain't worth the time, but we got to talk about Nico Iamaleava. Nico, you gave up $8 million, 1. 2, the starting spot at an actual playoff potential program with 100,000+ capacity stadium that sold out week after week. You're 3.5 hours from Music City where you belt to ass on the Commodores once every 2 years, what have you. And you go to the UCLA Bruins to play a little free agency ball, and now you're 0-2 versus UNLV. The Alex Orgy Party. UNLV comes and whips yo candy ass again. You 0-2, Nico. You can't throw the ball. You can't run it like Cam. You ain't got the bands no more. You ain't going to the NFL because we all know you got character issues. This is an absolute flop of the century from Nico Iamaleava. You also walk into the Booty Hell rankings, but I ain't even gonna do the whole thing right now because it takes time to make a graphic, and we all know that Nico is them cheeks. Nico, you're cooked. Well, hey, that's the end of week 2. Nowadays in college football, I'm your host, Carver Partin. I appreciate you logging back in for the second inaugural episode of a show that I believe is going to be exceptional. We got more segments coming for you soon, and tune back in for week 3.
Hey, nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die